Okay. All right, I think that works. Okay, so allow me to continue. The theme for this month and the next month will all be on hitting our revenue targets. So once again, please focus entirely on that. Let's take a look. Okay, so the shift in the marketplace. So Jogja is now off of their peak season. Bali and Bonita are still in peak season from June, July, August, and December. Once again, this has impacts on individual and company bonuses. There is still hiring happening continuously to get us sufficient headcount. And also we need everybody to focus on getting bookings and delighting guests. Okay, let's go into old business, new business. So part of old business, right. Buddy had the talk about SLA violation reported by the client. We had a general discussion last week about what we're going to do for SLAs. Buddy, can we take this off of old business? Okay, Mr. Secretary, let's go ahead and remove that from old business. There is an open discussion of how to structure SLAs, and there's a pure Bukit Vista internal chapter SLA, external promise to client. Has that been done yet?
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
our discussion.
All right, so that's part 1 and 2 have been finished. And okay, there's a gathering committee. We didn't really meet. We went and we talked about.
We did.
We did.
Yeah.
Oh,
Me and
fantastic.
Diva, yeah.
Oh, okay, very good. So there's a gathering committee for the hospitality conference. I believe I already attached the framework already onto that. Okay, so that's still going on November 11th and 12th. That's the first discussion. Do you want to make that a guild?
Yeah, we have a scheduled meeting on every Friday
Every Friday.
at 4.
Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Very good. Okay, and as a reminder, please refer to base practices to keep everybody's working space comfortable for everyone. Like, for example, no Krista. Okay, what was the intent of this reminder? For, I guess, why you put it up, right?
Just to remind the link that we have a best practice that we agreed to make this place more comfortable for everyone.
Okay.
So you can just open the all hands paper and then open the link. Then you read it, read the best practices, and maybe add some new thing if you have some ideas.
Okay, so I'll just leave that on old business then. All right, Mr. Secretary, let's delete bodies point 1, 2, and 3.
I can't delete.
Oh, right.
Because I got it says.
Ah, okay, all right, so I'll go ahead.
Notes.
All right. Okay,
Let's
well,
read
just
it
put the
first
notes and
now.
then we'll follow up afterwards. Okay, so on new business, we're developing personal OKRs for July. Please put down your personal OKRs for this month. As a template, we talked about this last time. We said we'd get this filled in, but as of now, I'm the only person who filled in some personal level achievements. So personal level goals, please put in what you think you could do better this month as opposed to last month, because I think there's all ways that we can all pull together and reach our goals for this July. I've already put in my 3. If you have any, please put them in. Actually, no, just please put them in. Yeah, please put them in, and that way we can all pull in the same direction and have good alignment. Okay, next topic. So, right, this is related to everyone's contracts. If you've not signed your contract, please sign your contract. Please sign your contract and submit it to Diana. Or is she? She's in the back with me. Okay, submit it to Diana and she will countersign on behalf of the company. If you're in Jogja, please sign your contracts, scan and send to jingchoyang@gmail.com. Diana will sign and scan back. Okay, this is about contracts. This is something we discussed in the HR guild, and they wanted me to push this forward. So please comply. Yes.
Is there a deadline to this?
Let's say before the end of the month. if possible, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, all right, Mrs. Secretary, let's just call it before July 31st. We would like to see your contracts. So that way we know if you're actually working here or if you're volunteering. Okay. Or if you're just hanging out. All right, so let's take a look. So we have observation and improvements. We're moving to a new sheet because the one for June is quite full and is slowing down right now. There's a new sheet. I put Nonli's first statement on it. There's a data request, I think the data integrity request for the new July sheet. So just for your information, everybody looking for new observation improvements, there's a new sheet for it on July. While we wait for that to load, because we hate waiting, we don't wait, I'll move on. Okay, what? Okay, squad workflow and SLAs. I'll load this up. I haven't actually gotten this loaded up, but we'll load that The format has changed a little bit for some of the SLAs, so we're having the SLAs in a table format. We think that this will make things a little bit easier to understand, at least for this current month. Please just focus on the SLAs at the very top. We're going to go and revise the existing SLAs because a lot of the existing SLAs are not SLAs at all. They're in fact workflows. So workflows need to be abstracted away from the rest of the company. The SLA is revealed at the top of the line. Okay, let's go and take a look at some of the observations and improvement ideas that we have. So these are some observations and improvements from June. Once again, this is the announcement. We're moving over to the July sheet. Dominic, okay, Hans at Dasinam Homestay. She said that there's an overbooking caused by the owner or staff not updating the toki, and the listing is instant bookable. The case is solved because we kind of forced the owner and the on-site team that the room should be available for our guests, since this is many times Dasiman has overbooked from the owner's side. Great. Panuki helped finding the alternative property for the owner's guests, and we'll follow up with the on-site team for any difficulties or friction using Toki. Thank you, Dominic. Thank you for enforcing the SLAs with our partners. I think this is a very good first step to getting partner cooperation. Okay, next one. Next one comes from Bayou. This is related to revenue. There's an inquiry on the YM profile. It has not been answered within an hour, causing potential revenue loss. This has been escalated to the profile handlers, to Alvin and Putu, and Tendi, asking how this can happen. Tendi has coordinated with Maha and Alvin since I do night shift. The guest message is at 11:34 a.m. and cancel the request at 5:07 p.m. Okay, so once again, these are still happening, and I think we really need to get this reservation rehab program started, guys, yeah? So that we can be a bit more helpful on cases like this. Okay, next case is Wendy. Wendy saw Devon at Capcol, met him and his friend, helped them bring their luggage. His friend's hand is injured. They asked me about the nearby restaurant because they were hungry. So Wendy greeted the guests, helped bring their luggage, gave them the Changhu map guide, and gave them information about nearby restaurants. Okay, fantastic. Wendy has actually gone out and observed quite a lot. Wendy's at Padang Padang View, met the guest, Max Hinton, asked her some questions, but she's not really interested. So they only asked me about the Wi-Fi password. So she greeted the guest, gave her the Wi-Fi password. Yep, okay, I would say that's well done. Some guests aren't interesting, not very interesting to talk to, so that's the best you can do. All right, next one is, Dominic wrote quite a novel here, okay, this will be the last one. So Dominic Aggies at Dalam Pina Wak. So the guests arrived late at night, around 10 to 11, and complained about how the lockbox cannot be opened, and then the owner is helping to deliver the spare keys to the house right away. But the guest is still complaining about other things like the house is far from Malioboro, and they say the house is not making them feel comfortable since they think it's haunted. And they see something in the window of the house, and they keep saying the house does not look the same as what we showed on our Airbnb listing. I already tried my best to convince the guest the house is just the same as what the Airbnb listing said, and just the same as the picture. I offered the guest to have a look inside the house first, but the guest refused and chose to leave the house and cancel the reservation with no refund at all. And during the time, the owner arrived 15 minutes later after the guest arrived, but the guest was already gone. Okay, the guest is well informed where the house is located, 20 minutes from Malioboro, and this was informed by this was informed through WhatsApp already. There's no evidence the guest can show that the house is haunted. Okay, but asking the owner to help deliver the spare keys, when the owner arrived, she had a look at the lockbox, and the lockbox is actually all good and can be opened. Guest was already well informed on how to open the lockbox. Okay, so these are very, I think, trying situations. If we've done everything we can, and we just have a person who's, I guess reality is a little bit different than normal, then just simply do what you can. All right, I think this is actually well handled. Okay, on the next one, Cynthia. Cynthia was with Hassan at Purimanta. Overall, the guest was happy with us, but he told us about the hot water problem that can be improved. Cynthia offered evidence. Thank the guest for the feedback so that we know what to improve, and then send this feedback to the WhatsApp. So hopefully, YM can evaluate the partner and make sure that they can improve their service. Thank you. Cynthia, I just get back. I'll invite with the person in charge of Purimanta. Sorry for the late flight. I just get back now. I will check in person 2nd of July. I will be in Canada. That's tomorrow then. Okay, fantastic. Okay, all right, so we have a feedback stream. Tell them about the water, and it's right here on the document if you need to take a look at it. Okay, let's take it. Okay, this is interesting. This one's new. This one's from Maha Giri and Umasan Yuan is the reporter. Thanks to the info, Maha Giri is not our partner anymore, but we have not unlisted the 2 listings. And she escalated to Chris, and Chris said done. Okay. That's what I don't know. I'm assuming these got unlisted, right?
Yes.
Okay, but why did it get escalated to Chris? In this particular case, I think this could be done a different way. I think this needs to start with a content request, and then the content request needs to say, please unlist this property. Okay, so we're looking at this all together. Please remember, if you have a villa that you'd like to unlist, please just submit it as a content request. That way the content team can do it. All right, next one. Next one's very long. Ivan, oh my God, that's super long. Okay, let's go through it because it's super long. It's interesting. NH residence with Ivan. The owner didn't get the booking email for the guest under the name Sartika Dewi. The staying duration was from 3rd to 5th of July, and the booking date is 26th of June 2019. Because the owner didn't get informed, so does the housekeeper. Okay, luckily I came here to host and check the property so I can notify the housekeeper about it. So, Ivan escalated by must. Is this a case that some connection about the Slack updated recently, or is this a special place? Please advise Ivan put a screenshot of the arrival list. No reservation under this guest name for NH residents on our database. Please include reservation details for any report about the reservation. Chris then tags Bayou and Ivan, says, here's the details. There's a booking code and the name of the guest. Okay, so it seems like we have the booking. And then Bayou says the email sent Toki is updated. Chris and Ivan, please make sure the owner knows how to use Toki, and they will check reservation from there. As for the housekeeper, they should always prepare the property whether there's expected guests or not, since we're always open to availability for last minute, so the property should always be ready. Okay, and then Ivan says, thank you much Bayou, much Chris for the help. I'll talk with the owner regarding the usage of Toki because they currently are not involved. Okay, great. That was actually pretty good feedback. So I think that's the way we should work. So we install the correct values. All right, there's more, I'm sure. There's a lot more. Thank you guys very much for keeping us updated. This is one of the OKRs that we have successfully completed. We got 100 observations and improvements done this month. Thank you guys very much. Okay, so this is running really well. So please continue back now into July for the OKR. So here's one tag by you right now. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. So the revenue projection somehow dropped overnight. We were closer, now we're further away, so we're asking why. And that was one of these questions about you. And it's okay. I'll figure out. I'll find out. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the squad SLAs. These are finished loading. So on market building, the SLAs are passed. We're looking for good partnership deals that we manage the property exclusively. The owner agrees to flexible pricing. The owner agrees to use Toki and update their availability. There's an NB template and NB survey. The launch strategy will include the number of rooms in the unit, the OTA profile, and the OTA profile to be used for each room's listing, and the launch date. That was passed. We're doing market building and revenue management. Whenever there's a client that induces, okay, the SLA is we have free play on revenue management over pricing adjustment without any need to reporting to the owner. On market building to hosts, passed. There's a complete PRM, for example here. Once the property has been green zoned by host, the host will tag the market building to host handover label on the Trello card, and then the market builder can exit the group chat once the label has been tagged on the Trello card. On content, the SLA is that the helpful information on the listing contains accurate information, benefits of the property and area, anticipate questions prior to booking and lead the audience to book the property. The measurable SLA is that the listing instant book rate must be above 70%. On content, revenue management, passed. The listing will at least get one booking after the week of launch, and the listing instant book rate will be above 70%. On HAR to guests, passed. The negative review score will be under 5% for each squad, and then shown cumulatively every week. The inquiry and the request respond in less than 1 hour on operational hours. All guest questions regarding the property is answered. Okay, passed. Next one on HR to revenue management. We're looking for a conversion rate of 25% on inquiries, 50% on requests, and 1% month-on-month improvement until August. So the minimum booking rate, booking pace across the percentage of nights, we need 80 bookings over 25 nights until August. Okay, passed. Revenue management to the company. Revenue management is going to produce a sales projection analysis. The projection model should be accurate within 50% of the actual results. The accuracy should improve by 1% month to month, and we need to identify the top 5 areas of improvement if there's a revenue failure. Passed. Okay, the company of the content team, 20% detection rate of unconverted inquiry to content, and this will be measured per squad across all squads. Passed. HR to company is that we're looking to build full-strength squads that have one market builder, 3 hosts, 1 air support, 1 revenue manager, 1 content. Half-strength squads should have 1 host and 1 air support. Any interruptions in the role should be filled by HR within 2 weeks. These are going to be filled by rotational candidates for process involvement roles and hopefully permanent roles for other functions. Employees are at a process level. That means any new hired employees will be at a process level. Do not believe that we will hire leadership, excellence employees right away. That's probably not doable right away. On HR. Okay, on finance. Deliver transparent finance process report. Risky has championed this past profit and loss statement, detailed reimbursement report, and finance dashboard. Finance has their own page on all hands. Okay, so that's just a summary recap of some of the SLAs that we passed. And starting from today on, let's bring on more awareness and bring on more compliance to these SLAs. Okay, let's go on to the next section. I've added a new section here. This is for training trial work opportunities. Natalie is the first person to use it. Look, everyone here always tells me they're busy, there's so much work going on, but please think about what you'd like to delegate, right? If you've been here for a while, especially if you've been here for many years, there's a lot of work that you do, maybe that you did in your first 3 to 6 months working here. Try to think about how new people can help you pick up that work. Evan and Wendy are here for on-site training, so their success depends on how much good training they get. So please give them an opportunity to train. Please give them an opportunity to do WhatsApp groups, to do online guest support. They're here to learn as much as possible. So it's up to us to then provide these opportunities to people who are here to train. On that note, Rian has accepted his offer, and he'll be starting on the 7th of this month, no, the 8th of this month. And in the meantime, he's ready to do quite a lot of work himself. He's a new host. So if you have any work opportunities, please declare it here. We're going to be always bringing in people in for content and hospitality constantly for the next foreseeable future. So if you have anything that you'd like to have them work on, please think about it and delegate it over here. And that way that can lighten up your loads so we can work on more on competency roles and projects and other roles in the career of interest that are further along. Okay? So a new section added to our all hands. Think about what you'd like to have delegated. Okay, for the role assignment table, the abbreviation is the RAT, the role assignment table. On squad 1, we have Jimram, Bingin, Balangan, Pandawa, Pajatu, Nusadua, and Umasan, and newly added East Java. So this is just a trial. This is an MVP. We have a Banuwangi property with luxury tents, and one of the properties is asking us to do essentially remote support. Nunley is in the market building. The lead generator is Yuan. Diba is on the primary for content. Bayou is for backup. Alvin is on air support. Evan is stepping in right now to also be trained on air support. The reservation, Alvin is primary, Chris is secondary. Hosts are Ivan, Putu, and Rian when he starts. So you'll have 3 hosts plus Eva. So 2 air support and 3 hosts in squad 1. Risky is doing the finance. It's been traded by Gigi. Rockvic is doing the community. Kristen Lee and Jing are doing revenue management. Jing is on HR, Bayu's on internal tools, and Diva's doing online marketing. Okay, on squad 2, Padang Padang, Uluwatu, Canggu, and Ubud. We got Eggy as market building. Nunley is back. Are you still backing up Eggy?
I am handling some squad 2 properties.
Okay, alright. Nunley's still in the backup. The lead generation is Yuan. Diva's doing the content. Chantadewi is doing the air support. Wendy is being trained now for also air support as well. So on the reservation guild, we got Chantadewi and Chris. I put Rafik here because Rafik is mostly in squad 2. I hardly ever see him in squad 1. So on squad 2, we got 2 senior hosts. We got Tendi and Rafik. We got Diwan, Gabby, and Chandra Dewi as hosts 2 as well. Gigi's doing finance, Rafik's doing community. The revenue management is broken down by area. Bayu's doing Canggu, Tendi's doing Uluwatu, Diwan's doing Padang Padang, and Ubud is being transferred from Bayu to Tendi. I think I need some clarity on that because that's been in the transfer for 3 cycles now.
Mostly everything is on Tendi now for properties in Ubud. It depends on the tag on the card.
Okay. Alright, so where are we? Tendi or Bayu? Tendi or Bayu?
Some property me, some property Tendi.
Okay, so it's still kind of split, huh?
Yeah.
I asked because Ubud's revenue isn't getting any clearer, so we should have clarity on who's managing it. Okay, please guys figure that out and have a clear cutoff date. Alright, Jing and I are splitting human resources duties on squad 2, Bayou, and the rest remain the same. Okay, so on squad 3, Jogja. Jing is the interim squad lead for Jogja. Dominic and Ara are doing air support. Reservation is Dominic and Val. Jing is interim senior squad lead until a new squad lead can be found. And Dominic and Val are the hosts. Kiki's doing the finance. Patnungi's on probation for community and revenue management. And the rest pretty much remain the same. Gunny's doing the online marketing for Squad 3. Squad 4 is Benita. So Wayana is the market builder and Yuan's part-timing. Gunny and Rizal are doing content. Ara and Shinti are doing air support. Shinti and Chris are proxy on reservations. Risky's doing the finance. Community is Wayana. Revenue management by Bayou. Human resources by Jing. The rest remain the same. All right, for the profile coverage, Jing and Wayana covered by Mahan and Chris. Wayana covered by Alvin Mahan, advised by Tendi. Jing covered by Gabby and Chandra, advised by Rafik. Chris and Wayana covered by, this stupid little unread thing. Okay, Chris and Wayana, Okay, Chris and Wayana covered by Ivan and Alvin, advised by Chris. Bayou and Wayana covered by D1 and Chandra, advised by Tendi. Bastian and Wayana covered by Chandra and Gabby, advised by Rafik. D1 and Jing covered by D1 and Tendi. Tendi and Bukit Vista covered by Chandra and Tendi. Adventure covered by Mahan and Chris, advised by Wayana. Emil and Bukit Vista covered by Shinti and Rizal, advised by Ara and Wayana. Emil and Wayana covered by Shinti and Rizal, advised by Ara and Wayana. Dominic and Ara and Bukit Vista covered by Dominic and Val, advised by Ara. Dominic, Gabriel, the same. Same for the next three. Ara, Bukit Vista, Gabriel, and Ara Nukian are covered by Dominic and Val, advised by Ara Gabby. And then Booking.com, Go to Expedia, covered by Rafik. And those are all there. Okay, let's take a look at the weekly KPIs. So, on the top level of the KPIs, weekly have is this. So, our goal for June was 320. We got to 290. What's going on? It's trying to punk me. Just a second. Rest my breath. Okay, we have a new figure in here, but I'll go over that later. So we're starting July at 250. So this is actually very, very good. This is only at about 100,000 away from our goal in this particular month. Last month, our goal was 290. Our goal was 320. We hit 290. This month, we're starting at 250. Here's the good news. Since the goal is only about 100,000 away, every week that we've ever had business, we've made 25,000. So this, I think, is a very, very, very attainable goal. We're starting the month already. We're starting today at already 8,000 in. So the goal is to essentially hit the lowest mark we've ever done per week for the next 4 weeks, and then we shall be able to hit our July goal. I think that's very, very easy to do, and considering it's also July, it's also a peak month, and this is how we came up with that projection this morning. Okay, so pretty humble estimation, but I think we'll get there. All right, here is a new graph. Bayou, would you like to explain this?
Oh yeah, so this is the opportunity that we actually lose previous month. So previous month we targeted 320. Well, if we are actually doing our best or delivering all of our SLA, we should have achieved that already because we lose $55,000 from the guests that are ready to pay and they are not confident into booking. So this is the booking request that we declined basically.
These are declined booking requests.
Yeah, 50,000, 55,000.
Requests, not inquiries.
No, this is only request.
Oh.
Either way, it's cancelled or not converted or not available. So we can see on which property and how much for each property right there.
Okay, all right, so La Jolla is obviously the biggest one, taking means to try to reduce that. But as you can see, look guys, I mean, we're throwing away business. There's $55,000 worth of business in there. And just on requests alone, we could have gotten way past our goal. Okay, I wasn't aware, I thought this was actually inquiries.
The inquiry is the one below.
The one below, okay, so the inquiry rate is the one below.
The inquiry doesn't have
A reservation
value number, but
That's probably even higher.
It probably, and that's a number of room nights that we should probably
Every day.
Yeah, the one that we don't convert. The blue one, I think.
Oh, this is on a weekly scale, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so every week we lose up to 400 room nights of unsold inventory from inquiries that have come in that have not been booked. Okay, so this is a way of tracking how we're doing overall in terms of our reservation efficiency. and how much money we're leaving on the table due to unanswered requests. Okay, cool. Does everyone have any questions about this because this is a new piece of data? No? Okay. All right. Basically, we're trying to get that number lower, guys. All right, everyone. So
Actually, I have a question.
yes. Okay, so why not?
Is that first squad or like the entire month?
Entire.
You can.
You can select each one. Oh, the dirty business begins. Okay. Let's see. Who's
Squad can focus where
Squad 1, 21,000 of lost requests. Squad 2, 26,000 of lost requests. Squad 3, 1,000 of lost requests. Squad 4, I'm not sure how to read that at all. 5,000, 7,000. Really? Okay. Ooh, very controversial news. Okay. All right. Hopefully this is what we're looking for. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
One more. So the color.
Yeah.
So there.
Is blue good or blue bad?
Blue is the guest that's checking in
In future.
in the future.
Okay.
And then the orange one is for this month.
Okay. So is this good or bad? Oh, so this is total. Basically, lost revenue for the month is in orange on the top.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. All right. Wow. All right. Well, this is what we're talking about. Fail fast, right? It's better that we understand what is going wrong rather than believing we're great when we're not. Let's go take a look at the booking pace. So the booking pace has actually been declining for the past 4 days. It's dropped from 90 to 85 to 70 to 60. Now it's back up to 80. Today, I don't know. Today we're kind of a little bit low so far. We're halfway through the day. We're at around 29 or something. Wait, let me be precise. I don't like or something. We're at 23. We're at 23 for the day. Okay, let's take a look at each squad's progress. So squad 1 last month was at 129. This month at 117. Squad 2 last month at 108. This month at 92. Squad 4 last month at 35. This month at 25. And squad 3 last month at 19. This month at 17. So more or less, we're all beginning the squad. Every squad was within about 10% of where they started last month. Does that make sense? So we are pretty much at 10% of where we started last month. That means, I think, we're essentially starting July with 10% less than June. Make sense? So we should be able to hit our target. That's my point. We're almost there. We're asking just for a little bit more above in July than June, but we're starting off mostly with the same available income at the beginning of the month as we finish the last month. Okay, let's take a look at the booking heat map, which should be hot everywhere. Okay, squad 2 is pretty much hot everywhere up until the end of the month. Squad 1's got some peaks, but no real days of coolness. This is the quietest day on July 11th. It has 6 bookings, but every other day is pretty peak on check-ins. Squad 3 even. Wow. Okay. Maybe I made a mistake. Maybe Squad 3 is in peak season. Okay. Squad 3 also looking pretty busy. 3 to 4 check-ins every day. Some peaks at around 11 check-ins on July 5th and July 6th. Not sure why. Okay, and Squad 4 looks pretty busy every day between 14, 17, 6. Yeah. So basically, every area is looking at a pretty hot calendar for the next few weeks ahead. Okay, on Squad 1, we have some new inactive properties. Villa Cura is now on the list for inactive property, as well as La Caban, as well as La Joya 1 for some funny reason. Villa Rama has been on the list for a while, and Villa Ayunan. So the Villa 1 inactive property list seems to be growing a bit. On Squad 2, we got quite a bit as well. The newest one to arrive on the list is Butterfly. After Butterfly is Umatulu and Joglo Organic. Joglo Organic we're not working with anymore. So, hey, order. Let's just have one conversation, yeah? So Joglo Organic shouldn't be on that list. I think we've decided to not partner with them anymore. Yeah. So in that particular case, I think it's just a matter of removing it. Yeah. Yes, you're the squad lead, please make sure your squad looks active. Okay. And then on Squad 3, Let's take a look at squad 3. Still a bunch, but adding new on the list. We got Gria, Asi, and Bejo Homestay are new on the list. So also Inap and Gria Angret are new on the list. In fact, there's a lot of new ones on the list. Rumah Tete and House of Madame Lily is new on the list. And Gria Ku is also new on the list. Okay, so that's squad 3. And then squad 4. Squad 4 only has 2, Batan Sabo and you and we. So, yeah, I don't think we work with Batan Sabo, right? Oh, oh.
Still one listing.
Still one listing. Okay.
Just to keep the credit.
Okay, to keep the credit. All right, let's take a look where June heat is. The translations have been happening quite a lot, so what we've been seeing is a bit more heat across all regions. This has helped bring a little bit more. This is the May heat map, and the June heat map, as you can see, is a little bit more hot everywhere else. If the translations are working, we should see heat happen more across the entire world. And the July heat map looks like this. Okay, so still mostly in the same areas. Australia's picking up a little bit. We're a little bit underrepresented here in Southeast Asia. We got a lot of people coming from Western Europe, but not the Iberian Peninsula. South Africa is still there. New Zealand's still there, and the United States is still looking like one of our primary markets. Okay, take a look at Adventure. Adventure last month was at 10, this month at 8.8. Agoda, last month at 4.6, this month at 1. Ara, last month at 5.5, this month at 2.1. Bastion, last month at 24,000, this month at 18.9. Bayou, last month at 25,000, this month at 15. Booking.com, last month at 24,000, this month at 12. Direct, nothing. Denny and Jing, which is actually D1 and Jing. Oh wait, D1 and Jing. Last month at 3.8, this month at 3.2. Emil, last month at 27, this month at 21. Emil and Guyana, last month at 672, this month at 167. Gabi, last month at 6.4, this month at 2.7. Jing, last month at 41,000, this month at 36. Jing and Guyana, last month at 50,000, this month at 46. Chris and Guyana, last month at 10.9, this month at 13.8. Nunki, last month at 5.1, this month at 5.5. Tendi, last month at 4.7, this month at 5.8. Traveloka doesn't exist. Guyana, wow, okay, last month at 45, this month at 50, and that's it for each of the profiles. Taking a look at the areas, Balangan, last month at 17.6, this month at 18.6. Bingen, last month at 61,000, this month already at 61,000. Okay, so we're starting the month with the same that we had last month. All right, Canggu, last month at 50,000, this month at 44. Jimbaran, last month at 15, this month at 11. Nusa Dua, last month at 16, this month already at 17.9. Okay, Nusa, yes, what would you like to say?
I just realized something.
All right, Nusa Penida. Nusa Penida, last month at 35,000, this month at 25,000. Padang, last month at 16, this month at 12.7. Seminyak, last month at 3.5, this month at 2. Ubud, last month at 4.5, this month at 6.2. Uluwatu, last month at 34,000, this month at 26,000. Ungasan, last month at 17,000, this month at 8.4. Jogja, last month at 19,000, this month at 17,000. Let's take a look at our new listings. So, what is new? Oh my God, there's a lot. So, Pondok Bagus Guest House in Canggu. Anybody know anything about this?
Yeah.
Okay, Eggy, please step forward. Oh wow, that looks good.
Yeah, just the remaining rooms that we launched.
Okay.
Yeah,
Ooh,
it's behind Pretty Poison.
behind Pretty Poison. How many rooms?
10.
And this cool new format on the amenities. I like.
Yeah.
No breakfast. Good. No confusion about that. Okay. Good. Pondok Bagus. Good area. Good property. It looks kind of like Lilik on a sunny day. Okay, thank you very much for bringing that in. We have another one on Pondok Lilik, and then we have Pulling Sea View. Okay, we have a bunch of new launches on Booking.com. Tagada Paradise. Okay, this is the new one in Bayuk. What?
Relaunch as
Oh, is that a relaunch?
well. Yeah. Is it Bayou?
Bayuk Pilas.
Oh, there's a different.
Okay, Bayuk Pilas is in Nusa Penida. Does anybody know anything about this? Mo. Oh. Bayuk Pilas. Oh wow, that's really fast internet. 29 on the down and 17 on the up.
Buyuk Villas is 4 rooms, and actually they're brand new. Even the garden not finished, but it's still.
Okay, but the internet works.
Walk to the Buyuk port,
Okay,
pass Wi-Fi, and also walk to the restaurant.
very good.
Yeah.
And they have 30 on the down and 5 on the up. That's actually really
Yeah,
good.
it's very good.
That's very good. Okay. And they have breakfast. It's workspace friendly, and they have good Wi-Fi. Okay, next one. Manta Cottages. We've already launched already, right? Picaria
You got it already be on.
already been launched, already been announced. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we can skip Picaria. We got Cross 2. Yes.
That one.
All right. Let's talk about Cross 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, so we do have a 3 allocation based room in this new resort in Balmain. It's quite big. We launched on Wednesday last week, and yeah, it's quite luxurious as well.
It's very nice.
Yeah, very nice.
I have a free dinner certificate and a free lunch certificate.
Yeah, you haven't used it actually.
I haven't used it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll give it as a prize.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. Okay. All right. So Cross 2 is launched. This is our neighbor. This is just right behind the Alchemist. And it's a new B2B project, and it should be fun. Okay. Bobby's is a relaunch, and Kirana Hills. Okay, Kirana Hills. I'm doing a projection model for this right now. Okay, Kirana Hills. Anybody want to speak on Kirana Hills? Okay, Wayana would like to speak on Kirana Hills. Go ahead.
Kirana Hills is actually owned one of my friends. So actually she have 2 bedroom, but 1 bedroom been rented out for monthly, and 1 bedroom available that's rented per room.
Okay, so it's essentially a house, and 1 bedroom is for rent, and the other bedroom has another tenant,
Yes.
but not the host.
No.
Okay, so you might be sharing your space with a stranger who goes. Okay, all right,
Yeah, it's shared food.
great. Okay, so this is good.
Yeah.
This is brand new.
I will check that content to make sure like the shared food is mentioned.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's already mentioned as a private room and a shared home. And a home. Okay, great. This is something new. Let's see how it does. I have no precedent yet because it's the first time we've done something like this. All right. So that's pretty much it for the new launches. Let's take a look at the chapter KPIs and see how we're doing across all the chapters. Okay. So I think Eggy brought in a little bit more. Eggy, you're gonna have to talk to Bayou for the.
It's already
3 months.
All right.
3 months already.
Yeah.
I saw like a few listing
Okay.
online from KPI.
Okay, great. So let's just make sure that, yeah. Okay, anyway, Eggy, his 3-month load is 17,000. Wayana is now ahead at 18,000. Nung Lee coming up at 11,000. Mostly it's coming from Majimba. Okay, Leon's still producing. 2.4. Pot. Okay, Pot Nunki is at 201, and Rizal's in there with $81 at Buyu Pilas in Nusa Penida. Okay, all right, let's take a look at reservations. On reservations, the conversion rate for Squad 1 last week was 22%. Today it's 18%. For Squad 2 last week it's 12%. Today it's 33%. For Squad 3, the conversion rate is 6%. Today is 10%. And Squad 4, conversion rate is 40%. And today it's nothing. Okay. No conversions. Okay, from 40% to 0. Okay, the request to booking rate. I don't have any. What? There's no request for Squad 3? There's only 1, 2, and 4. Okay, the request rate for Squad 2, or for 1 is 0. 100% not converted. For Squad 2 is 50%, and Squad 4 is 50%. And can I ask when? Oh, this is for today. Oh, this week. Starting from June 30th to July 7th.
Yeah,
Okay.
this week just started today.
Okay, all right. So
Yeah.
we're meeting the SLAs on squads 2 and 4 so far. We have 50% conversion, and then I think squad 2 is getting better. They're above the SLAs on conversion inquiries. Squad 1 is not. Squad 1 is at 18%, and squad 3 is not. They're at 10%, and then squad 4 I guess just needs another request or inquiry because the first one they gave.
I think
Yes.
yeah, I think for this all the weekly graph,
Yeah.
we should check for the previous week because this week is just one day.
All right. Sure. Okay. So we should compare the previous week to the previous week. Previous 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Two,
that's-
okay. Got it. Okay, let's compare that. So squad 1 before was at 18, it's gotten better at 22. Squad 2 was at 15, now it's gotten worse at 12. Squad 3 before was at 15, now it's at 6%. And squad 4 at 42%, and a bit better at 42.86%. Okay, so that's the inquiry conversion, and then all I have is this for the request, so there's not much to say. On host, hospitality, let's see if we're meeting our SLAs. So we're looking to get 95 or better on each squad. This is squad 1. It is doing at, yes, it's getting 95 or better. Wait, let's bring up all the squads so we can see. Squad 1's been beautiful since May, 100%, 96%, 97%, 96%, 96%, so far 100%. So it looks good. We look back 2 weeks, right, to actually have your term deserving. Okay, so 2 weeks ago, that's in June 16th. Okay, so let's look at the June 16th roll. So, Squad 1 met the SLA, being 96%, which is above the 5% negative review. Squad 2, just a little bit below, 5.8% negative review. Squad 3 passed the SLA, 100% positive reviews. And then Squad 4, barely making it, just a little bit below, with just over 5% on negative reviews. Yep? Okay. Great. Content. Okay, what am I looking at? Unbooked listings, false, false, false. Okay, not sure.
You're looking for the old thing. Oh, no.
I'm looking at previous stats.
Oh, yeah, okay. So this is the unbooked listings.
Okay.
So the SLA is
Ah,
unbooking.
okay, right. So
So
false is good.
No, the red one is not getting any booking.
Oh,
Yeah, so this is all the listings that not getting any
Ah,
booking
I see,
after
I see.
7 days.
okay, got it. Okay,
And actually, there's another one. There's another graph. I don't know why it's missing.
Okay.
Maybe the month. Maybe I don't know.
okay. So this is a list of all the listings that haven't gotten booking for the first 7 days.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, all right. This is a table showing all the content requests that have been finished.
The blue one is finished.
Okay, and the orange ones are requested.
Not
Nothing.
finished.
Okay, got it. So that gives us a ratio of how we're doing, I guess, from work complete to work incomplete. Okay, and then on confirmed bookings, we're hovering at around 70 to 80% right now on instant books, yeah? And that's above our SLA promise of 70%. Okay, all right. So interesting there. And then community management. Okay. Okay, I don't know what that's.
The SLA is 80% response rate, right?
Ah,
So
okay.
Only
All right, this is very bad. So we only have 2.85 response rates. So about 97% of the community has not responded yet, and therefore we have no order satisfaction.
Because I didn't share it yet, sir.
Okay, well, for whatever reason, let's get it out there. And yeah, so okay, this is where we're beginning. We have 239 non-responses, and we have 7 responses. So, okay, all right, we know where we are.
Setting only for the
Okay, well, we need to share the inner surveys out, right? Because that's part of the SLA, so let's get the survey shared out. But, oh, okay. It's really funny when you can actually see it as a graph, right? Okay. That's what we see. That is what we don't see. So, okay, that pretty
You
much.
didn't share it yet, sir.
Oh, we haven't shared it yet. Okay, well, let's share it.
No, I shared it today.
Oh, you shared it today. Okay, well, let's get that number up. Let's get it up to 80%. Okay,
I said the form was July.
okay, so no worries then. We're just taking the measurement from the 1st of July, and now we know where it is. Do we have, is this the survey for June, or is this the survey for, this is the survey for June, right?
Well, actually, everything. Yeah, I haven't filtered the pie,
Okay,
but that says the 7 feedback for June.
okay, got it.
I will.
Okay, as I understand, the finance reports go out on the 5th,
Yeah.
right? So by the 5th, then it goes out, and then we should get the other results back for June. Okay, cool. All right, so we finished this up. All right, this is just a reminder. Somebody asked about Language Guild. There is a Language Guild, by the way. So there's no. It's just a ghost ship right now. It needs a captain. So anybody who wants to start it can jump on the Language Guild. We can all learn French or something. So I'm speaking which was word. Okay. Anyway. Order. So digital marketing meets on Thursdays at 4 o'clock. I think this is one of the most successful guilds. The membership now is up to 6 or 7. I think so. It's cruising along. There's an appear here. Human Resources is moving along. It's on Saturday. HR is going to have a lot more to do with creating programs for the retraining. So we're going to issue that from the Reservation Guild, or from the Human Resource Guild, Saturday at 1. Copywriting starts on Wednesdays at 5. Reservation. Reservation, we've reduced this is now only on Alvin. Alvin's online. Chris, when is the Reservation Guild meeting now?
Only on Wednesday at 1 p.m.
Yes, only on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Thank you very much. Okay. This, I think, will make it easier for people to focus on one particular thing. If you want to get reservation rehab, this is a good place to start, actually. So, leadership is on Thursdays at 2 to 3. It's just me right now, but if you guys want to know more about leadership, then please feel to join me. Community is Tuesdays from 3 to 4. Finance, Tuesdays at 4. Weekly sync up for market building is Mondays and Thursdays from 5 to 4 5:45. Sport Guilds happens at 6 a.m. or 6:30 p.m. Revenue management is Wednesdays at 4. Hospitality is started from Jogja Thursdays at 11, Jogja time. Detecting revenue leaks and workshop. I think then we should just delegate this to me.
It's been delegated to you.
I wrote that.
Oh yeah, I know. We did it last week.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I know last week.
All right. So I'll do that workshop this week. I'll show everyone how to do revenue management, leak patrol, and we still have this beautiful sketch drawing class. Okay, my OKRs. So let's go up there. So my OKRs for July are to improve the inquiry to conversion rate of the company. My action is I'm going to identify inquiry conversion loss and develop rehab programs. And my key result is I want SLA compliance on the host, our support and reservation side. I'm also going to focus on the top 20 properties producing revenue in Squad 1 and 2. We're going to do weekly revenue leak patrols, pricing adjustments to do higher revenue potential, and I want attainment of our revenue goals in Squad 1 and Squad 2. Let's take a look at my goals for June. So I think I actually oversubscribed in June, but let's see what I could have done better. So on this particular note, I wrote this. I realized a lot of the things I set up for June, they're actually not OKRs, these are just something different, because they didn't have necessarily a key result. So one of my first things was I wanted to drive up the instant book rate by doing translation. The activity was actually done. We have a lot of people working on translations now, but the results are still pending. I've documented it here. So what I'm looking for is I'm comparing basically what the heat distribution looked like in May, and then in June and then July. Basically, if the translation is working, we should see heat glow all over the world, not just in two separate areas of West Europe and North America. So that's an ongoing thing. We'll keep that going and see what the effects are. So I wanted to get more apartments in Jogja, training and onboarding hosts about new properties, but that's kind of failed because we've had essentially some downsizing in Squad 3. So I've essentially abandoned that activity. So I wanted to revisit older properties on market building. Noli was my co-champion on this. I think it was sort of it was a fail, and the activity was successfully begun, but we're still waiting for the results to actually affect our revenue. So not a success in the absolute way, but at least we got, I think, the ball rolling on that one. On getting a higher inquiry to conversion rate, I believe that was a fail too, because the activity wasn't ever successfully begun. The result was that we actually did raise more awareness and pass some SLAs, but I think we have some gaps in the reservation process, and it'll take continued activity to actually fix that. For Squad 1, this is weird to report, right? The activity was successful, but the results were not enough to reach our goals. This OKR lacked a clear outcome. I put this as the area I wanted to focus on, but I realized what was the problem was I didn't estimate the size of the opportunity. So if this was done next time, which I'm going to do this month, I'm going to estimate what is the size of this opportunity and how much of it have we fulfilled. So we have to define the size of the container and then how much we filled in. Then it will be much more clear if this OKR was accomplished. The same happened on Squad 1 new properties and Squad 2 old properties. Squad 2, I don't think we actually got any of the opportunities. The container was much, much bigger than what we were able to fill on that particular ones on Sunrise, Ananda, and also Villa Ara. Success on Squad 4, we did finally get the booking pace up on Squad 4. It looks much more healthy than the beginning of June. On the guest houses, I don't think we produced nearly as much revenue on the Squad 2 guest houses. These last two I didn't have a chance to evaluate, so that's my OKR report for June. So altogether, I think I didn't do very well in June. I didn't really hit my OKRs. But let's take a look. I guess I'll ask each of you guys in the employee survey if we actually got our guilds working correctly. That was another one of our key results. I wanted to help nurture and develop key leadership and key chapters. So that was content, digital marketing, community management, revenue management, hospitality, and finance. I do see that we're meeting more regularly. I see that there's SLAs. We're using Robert's Rules of Order. There's fixed meeting time in place. It seems like each guild has its vision. But ultimately, I guess I need a survey to determine how successful we are on that. Okay, so moving ahead. That's my OKR report. I will try harder this month. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The satisfaction survey is as before. I put in basically the leadership stats on this, so if you guys want to see how each leader ranks, that's all available. If you're a leader, you can see how you rank in terms of satisfaction in relative position with other people who are leading. Okay, the rest of the survey was already declared and announced on the last all hands. And let's see, that's pretty much it. And I finished my time. Okay, just in time. All right, any core value recognitions that anybody wants to put forward? Nope. Okay, all right. Okay, as there's no new core value recognitions, there's no new promotions, that's pretty much it. Okay, and then of course, I think I'll just delete this part. This part tells me that thing. Okay, that is it for the all hands. Let's go around the world, see if we have any announcements. So, Rafik, any announcements on your side? No? Diwan, any announcements on your side? All good. Gabby, announcements? No? Okay, all right. Let's go to everyone. Bali, Gigi? No. Frisky? Nali? Bayu? Ivan? Eva? Wendy? Okay, Maha? Chandra? Where's your... Tandy?
No.
Alvin? Maggie? Gani? Diva. Okay, all right, nobody on Bali? Let's go over to the Jogja side. Anybody in Jogja? Let's see. Who can I see over there in Jogja right now? Okay, Rizal. Any announcements? No? Okay. Shintia? No? Ara? Val? All good. Chris? Okay. Actually, I'd like to announce today's Chris's 4th anniversary at the company, actually. Okay, all right. I'm counting on people in Jogja to take Chris out for a good party, yeah? Show him how it's done. And then, okay, all right, and then over to Yuan. Yuan, any announcements on your side? Okay, all right, I guess that's all good then. Okay, as there's no other announcements, then I'd like to adjourn the meeting. Do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you very much. All right, meeting adjourned. Please fill out your personal OKRs for the month, and then we'll go ahead.